painting over where she is?
Hailing.
Hailing? Holy crap, and then it's not doing anything here. I did a whole video where I was waiting for the delivery that never came. I actually did a whole long-winded video just now. Alright, what's up, yins, guys? Time for another video, and I might have to pause this video if I see a vehicle coming that's going to deliver some stuff I'm waiting to be delivered, so I'm going to go ahead and start this. This particular YouTuber I kind of was looking at, rather unique. Matter of fact, I would say that, you know how you've seen all these cringy videos that are cringe? Occasionally you get people that, some people might judge by the cover and look at them, and you know how maybe in a way they might look like some people would make cringy videos, but they're not. They're the opposite. They expose a lot of the cringiness, especially this. Anyway, this one likes to talk about crazy women out there, and I think she done a lot of videos like relationships and different things like that. And approaching her channel, I mean, there's so much that could be said. I don't want to make it a long-ass video. And from my life experience, I don't want to go tell my life's experience. I mean, I don't want to tell my life story, but the videos she makes reminds me of so much people I encountered in the past, including people that were nice to your face, you know, in conversations, like places you frequented, you know what I mean, and but then you hear things behind your back, and I'll talk in parentheses like a type of passive-aggressive and gang stalking, which would be not like everybody else's videos about that, how people would do right behind your back and you'd catch them hearing stuff and like do like these walk-bys or whatever. You hear their voices like they don't really pretend to like you at all. But okay, to get to the point, when she talked about, like, relationships, well, she brought one thing up about women dating broke guys, and guys dating broke women, and different kind of advice when to do that and when not to. There's certain broke guys you got to watch out for, and certain broke women you got to watch out for. But the craziest thing, no matter what, reminds me of different shit, like in a nutshell, to sum up a lot of her videos. She shows a lot of cringy stuff. Without telling my life story, I'll tell you this way from these life experiences. Back when days when this longer hair of mine was darker and there was way less gray and less baldness over here, I remember a time when I was in my 20s and I landed a pretty damn good paying industrial job for being in Western Pennsylvania. That was in high regard, and you would get some either dirty looks. Hey, as a matter of fact, nobody that looks like me, that if you get something is going to congratulate you for doing well. But rather than drinking and smoking whatever the hell people smoke, I was the more prudent type and lived across from a restaurant, and I spent my money on food. Occasionally around the corner there was a cafe that served beer. I didn't do bars. I'm getting to the reason, what I'm getting at. And it's like, my choice place would be to go, if I drink any beer and all, a beer with a meal on a certain day, right? And the kind of place with the waitress, without saying any words, would be like, this is not a bar. If you come here to just drink and get drunk, you can go to the loser bar down the road. So what I'm getting at, along with people that look like me, be jealous and all that, and I'm getting to the kind of people that she talked about. And since I was involved with charity later in my life too, I don't hate single mothers or anything, but a lot of the kind out there, they're the dope heads, the ones that don't want to change, were out there. And I'm definitely not saying I'm no best looking person in the world either, but back then if I went to bars, I'd be a really eligible bachelor for these ones that drink all the time and smoke. They're out there looking for men, single mothers or whatever. And I didn't do that, but I would see ones out there that they know about you. You don't know from Adam, walk by and give you dirty looks and yell profanities like talking to themselves. It's like they know it gets around, you know. You don't go to bars or whatever. But anyway, it was almost like the days when I went walking around strutting my stuff in places looked like the $1 million man, you know, like I felt like when the haters that the long hair haters would, oh, what's he doing with a good paying job? You know, the old folks that are I regard as a dinosaur now. You don't get very much, but it used to be the old folk church ladies. Oh, you got long hair past the collar, and you've got a good paying job. How dare you? Uh, it's like, yeah, you should be just arrested, have your belongings confiscated, or whatever the hell. But those people were kind of a dinosaur. But the other ones that you know, that we had a different couple different sections of town in the borderlands of where I lived. Right, one side here would be projects, mixture of good and bad people. Nothing doesn't make them bad if they're from here, but good ones and real assholes. Then this side, you walk right here, you get some of them could be yuppie wannabes or whatever. This is a town that I used to live, not the town I'm in now, but the town my brother lives. This side would be the nicer houses. And that side would be because of the way you look. Some of them are nice because of the way you look, and then they'd hate you too. That side would be the one because of your hair type, accuse you of being on drugs and all that. And the other side, the drugs and going to the bars, are mad at you because you don't do that. In the meantime, to make a long story short, though, too, I wanted to make the point, which I should have said right off the bat earlier this video, right? And when I actually brought up broke guys and broke women, the funny thing is, to make a long story short, hey, back when there was different people that were friends with me, you know, friends enough that I could have dated and say you weren't good enough or whatever, the two are nice. And, you know, when you had all kind of dang money going on right there, you know, never ran into anybody right then and there. But fast forward a decade later on, right, you know, that fancy job in Western Pennsylvania, things kind of happen like any other jobs. It goes kablooey. You go back to college or whatever, and then your haters and enemies and people that are nice to your face but don't like you are waiting for you to fail, you know what I mean? Fast forward by there was a time I was broke. Hey, I met my partner, which we've been together for long time. I met her when I was broke. And we were helping each other out. Not to talk about each of our personal lives without her permission. I'm going to leave it at that. But anybody watching, I don't care who you are. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Which is a good thing. I couldn't. But like I said, the reason why I'm bringing that up, hey, I met the better person when I'm broke. And there was a lot of women out there should beware of guys that are broke in the same way, because they can be smooching off you. Like mooching off you, sponging off of you and all that, you know, want you to support their drug or booze habits. That's why meeting people in bars ain't always a good thing, but some good relationships came from it. Not me to judge, but, and the thing about broke women in there's broke women should watch out for the wrong broke women. I mean, well, broke guys should watch out for the wrong broke women. Broke women should watch out for. And you know what I mean in reverse. Certain guys should watch for the broke guys. People that date others, you know what I mean. Vice versa. But yeah, as luck would have it, you know, when I had all the money, you know, but it was a good thing too, because like I said too, if I went in certain other places, I would have been. Not saying I'm the greatest looking person of all, but you don't got to be in certain cases. Some of the people that, I don't know, I don't want to use the word trailer park trash in the kind of way. There's good people that come from trailer parks. People use that term. But whatever you want to call. that yeah, there's certain people, they don't care how you look. If they want you to they want to meet you in some other bar or place to support their habits and all that. Whether you're a girl watching this, having to beware of guys, or you're a guy watching this, having to beware of girls. So stuff on her channel is like right. Anyway, so anyway, and anybody from certain other countries that I know, that I have friends from. I love this word, dude. I don't want anybody else that are not friends from a certain country try to tell me I'm using this video to be taking the piss, or the thing I'm doing is a piss take. I say, no way. I says, any of you guys from countries that like to use that word, taking a piss, that are not my friends. But some of the ones that are my friends, you know what I'm saying too. This cautionary stuff for you. I'd rather see that. I'm talking about this is not piss taking or complaining. This is life experiences. But anyway, one more thing to make a long story short. Yeah, a restaurant that I frequented a long time ago, not a bar. Some people that you're friends. And I'm going to give you some advice here too. More is bees with honey than vinegar, and tell you and you too. If you are women, a dude or a chick, ever have this experience, why I say to you, don't get mad and swear and tell people off, which I didn't. Restaurant I frequented, like I said, proud of myself. Pretty good job I wound up with in Western PA, just whipping out money, giving a good tip, and always eating out because I was a lousy cook, you know what I mean, and I worked a bunch of hours. I had some of the more friends. It was like my second kitchen, second home, because it was practically across the street. Where you get the ones you think that are your friends, and you joke around and say stuff, extra stuff. And it was typical for me to make jokes about the dating scene. Well, there was even funny things that Henry Rollins once in his videos talked about the dating scene, and I used to joke. I said, I was always being sarcastic, saying, oh, if I smoked and drank, yeah, I'd be the most eligible bachelor. I'd be somebody's fool right off the bat. And for example, if any of you guys come from a particular country, and say what I'm about to say too, and if you weren't in a position I was, you would think I was piss-taking and saying this word. Anyway, saying what I found out in a place that I frequented one time over here, and people talking. They might have thought I was piss-taking or something. But I'm thinking that they knew damn well what I used to joke about, because they used to laugh along with me when I used to joke about the dating scene, I was more like smug about the long hair and having money and all that. That certain kind of people, I don't have no habits that anybody in a bar would be wanting to land a guy to support their habits, women in bars with free drinks. I joked and made fun of that. But my so-called friends, a few of them, not all of them, say when you're over there waiting for your meal, some employed back there's a wall over here, right? And you can hear some things. And you don't want to say hurt feelings, but you'd say a thing where you'd feel like standing up and saying, man, fuck you, that's not what I said, and give them hell. But instead, I'm listening to all this, right? When I thought that so-called friends were joking along with me, I catch them right over here in what I'm saying, getting to the point. Taking the one funny David Lee Roth song, oh, I ain't got nobody cares about me, kind of mocking me in a sense, acting like I am taking the piss or complaining about, and making fun, mockery, oh, everybody got someone but me. And I never even said that. And these were the kind of people, right, they know damn well, but they'll say that behind your back to make themselves feeling better, they know. And I think what it was they were deliberately twisting my humor and the joke, and twisting it behind my back and making it look like I was taking the... They just didn't like my smug attitude, so they twisted it around to make themselves feel better, ones that thought you were your friends. And instead of getting pissed off, I'm sitting there laughing, never told them. And then I would just, the voices that I heard later on, I'd be going there and casually in conversation, I'm not going to go totally into it, rather than, I would say to you, rather than get overhearing somebody and be all swearing, oh, look you, who the hell you think you are, walk out and not eat your meal. I still kept going to the place because that was my second kitchen. And I would bring friends in, or I would talk real loud, or I would remember them from their voices later and have the same conversations, right? Never told them I was ever sitting right there. And I would make jokes about a couple of quotes, to politely correct them, and, smirking and stuff like that. And, I don't want to make a long-ass video about it, but I would say to you that there were ways to get them later and mock them later, even though you can have a slight bit of disappointment when you thought some were friends. You're joking with them. And like I said, there was a thing where I don't want to spend too much time on it, but to make themselves feel better. And maybe they didn't like it because their jobs that were paying less, you know what I mean, too, and you're able to give a larger tip and eat every day. And somebody that looks like you, even the ones that are nice, my point is even the ones that are nice to your face, male or female, the ones that are nice to your face, they're secretly pissed off that somebody that looks like you could be so arrogant and you got all this money, and whatever relationships they're pursuing, what they do outside of their thing. Like some of them go to bars or whatever. And so the very people that the most likely are pissed at you or jealous or whatever. But if you got this far in this video, like I said, there was people that knew about you probably through word of mouth and through gossip. Single mothers, not putting them all down, but there were ones that go to the bars looking for men. It's well known. They're pushing their babies in baby buggies and yelling real loud, so you hear, not saying they're talking about you, but so you hear it, expletives like against you or whatever, because you don't smoke or buy dope from maybe their friends or go to the loser bars they go to. And those crowd there too are the ones that they don't know you from Adam, you know what I mean, passing by. That the ones, you know what I'm saying, that go to the loser bars looking for men, and meanwhile somebody that looks like me is walking right by them every day. They don't know from Adam that they're probably looking like, ew, and they're trying to land some other guy somewhere or whatever. Maybe one or two of them might have tried to play you for sucker if you ever went to bars, so they can, like I said, I'm not stereotyping any particular buddy, but just because they go to a bar, but both men and women, or men that look for other men, and when women that look for other women, if that floats their boat, they do that shit to each other, you know what I mean, too. And it's the kind of thing when I looking back on it, it makes you laugh your ass off, you know what I mean? And see what you became and what you achieved up until now, you know what I mean? A little older and grayer, and you see in all these other young people, YouTubers talking about it, all the fuck-ups they keep doing. And all the shit they keep doing over and over again that doesn't work. And here I am, and here my partner is with a damn good income, not to say anything about our personal life or whatever. But, if you got this far in this video, fans of this person's YouTube channel, I would want to say to you that some of the right decisions, some of the things that I want to say are truths, that if you ignore and reject a certain kind of a way, good things will come to you, just like they came to me and my partner over here, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to say this not to make it too long-winded, but I wanted to say this to support her theories on this, on that particular channel. And I wanted to stress that so many people, maybe people that know me on here, like I said, that we use my favorite saying, which I wished it would have came. I don't know why that saying, in the other countries that I like to mention, where I got both friends and haters from. That thing, taking the piss, or piss taking, I wanted to stress to a little bit of everybody, this video is not about piss taking, but it'd be like other people's piss. I'm talking about other people's piss taking, you know what I mean? But I hope it gives somebody some good insight and good information, you know what I mean? But I'm saying that I'm not piss taking, you know. This is some cautionary stuff here. And I also will end this video by saying, how in the hell did that expression, piss taking and taking the piss, did not catch on real good in my country? I said that before in a video where I was making fun of Prince, what's his face, and Meghan Markle, or whatever the hell her name is, that they were putting on the TV show in my country, 60 Minutes, so that we could listen to his piss taking and write up, and in where he's promoting his book, which is his whole book is about his piss taking and his taking the piss, you know, talking in parentheses there. I just had to bring that in about the expression taking the piss. I just love that saying. That might be one of my absolute favorite things of a particular country that I definitely have no intention of stereotyping in a bad way, a matter of fact, a good way. That I made this video really long-winded, but anyway, there's a lot of stuff that I just picked the stuff about that really spoke to me right now and did long-winded thing about it. But there's a lot of stuff in her channel, you know.